I don't know about you guys, but I cannot believe how fast 2023 flew by. I've never made an entire year recap or highlight video before, so I figured I'd give it a shot. This will get us all the way up to about July, which is part 1 of 2. But let's jump right into the start of the year, January 2023. Recently I started replacing the quarter panel on the 240SX. This is the new quarter panel that I had off of a parts car, but after looking at the quarter panel in depth, I realized that maybe this isn't the best quarter panel to use for this situation. The bottom of it is completely rusty, and this side is just not usable at all. But my main concern with this is that it's resting on the arch. I found someone that has a quarter panel rust-free in Tennessee. That's about 8.5 hours away from here. He said he only needed the rear piece of the quarter panel, and he is willing to straight trade. All right, I'd say that fits. Yeah, you can actually scoot back some. Here you go.
Thank you. It's like beautiful lighting right now, just me crutching off into the sunset.
What's going on, Omar? Why does it look so good? What was this kit called again?
D-Max Type 2.
D-Max Type 2? I've never seen this kit before. This is D-Max Type 2 also, right? For Sylvia?
D-Max Type 2. Might be the only 2 kits in America.
Dude, it's like, I cannot even, oh, I can fit just my pink, oh. I can't even fit my pinky under it. This is a beautiful start to our 8.5 hour trip to Tennessee. Ready? We've been driving for just over 6 hours, and this is our very first time filling up. I'm really curious to see how many miles to the gallon we got on this fill up. I just put the numbers into my phone. We got 420 miles on this tank and got about 32.5 miles to the gallon. Not bad for a 94 Integra with 250,000 miles on it. So here's the quarter panel that he has here. And here is mine.
Thank you.
But we are going to make sure that what I brought is usable for his scenario.
I don't recommend it. Please don't try it.
Don't try this at home.
My girlfriend wouldn't let me get rid of it.
Can you believe that his girlfriend would not let him get rid of his S13?
This all hunk of junk.
Shout out to her, man.
There it is, guys.
Hey, you got a VIN sticker too.
Hell yeah. Got the title for this?
Yes. There's literally 3 millimeters. There we go. Got it. That is awesome.
That's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Work trucks, baby.
I'm jealous.
Work truck.
I'm gonna sell my truck. I don't need it anymore.
Yep.
Please, 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 please. Oh, I like it.
This is Ryan. I've been staying at his house, him and Cody. So thanks a lot, dude.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
We realize that the tire doesn't hold air for more than 2 hours. But luckily, this man has a shop in his backyard. I like your license plate lip.
I put it through quite the abuse, but
Is it a snowplow? Is this your local snowplow here?
well, it hasn't ran since it snowed, but it would be for sure.
This would be fun in the snow.
Oh yeah,
Fun. I used to deliver food in it. So.
That's honestly so cool,
This
right?
is my dream truck.
We need this. This is the new work truck eventually.
It's sticky, but
Wow, that's so cool.
my grandmother did the seats in it.
Your grandmother did the seats?
Yeah.
Your granny got style, man.
I love this car, but it used to be my dad's daily driver.
This used to be your dad's daily?
Yeah, so it used to be my dad's daily driver. It needs a little bit. I think we're gonna go back white with it completely and.
Dun dun dun. Ooh. Damn, this is clean. Damn.
I think I get more comments on the taillights than I do the car. And then I put switchbacks in it, so.
Oh. Yo, Franzi, hit this ramp real quick. There is something that I did not notice while I was picking this quarter panel up. I'm kind of nervous to find out if this quarter panel is junk. And I'm curious if you guys picked up on this as well. Just by looking at this, it looks fine, right? It just looks paint faded or whatever. But if you notice, there's no body line. It's filled in. So that got me thinking. I was like, all right, there's definitely Bondo on here. Okay, you guys are not gonna believe this. Look at how much Bondo is on here. Oh my gosh, it's got holes in it. Cho and I drove, how far? 6 hours?
About 6 hours.
All the way from Illinois to Ohio. Probably wondering why we're in Ohio. This time I found a quarter panel that is attached to a car still. So we are going to pick up another shell. I'm trying to find the chassis.
Wonder what's over there.
I think it's all the way back there.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Look, over there looks like it's pretty relatively. We could probably jump over there.
But like we have to bring a car through this.
We off-roading, bro.
We are off-road. Is the subframe gone?
It's in the rear.
Oh. I'm making sure this quarter's good this time.
We're putting an end to its misery, if I'm honest.
Yeah. It's not so much of a save, but that's alright. We put to good use. Can't tell if this was a hatch or a coupe.
That's a coupe that got cut up.
This is a S chassis?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it is
So
a coupe. Okay.
I got this.
Oh, this thing is.
Woo! This is about to go through a creek?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what?
Man, I need a tractor in my house.
10 grand.
Oh, I don't know. We actually. If I'm
What are you grabbing off this car?
So we're grabbing off pretty much the whole front subframe.
Jesus.
Can you pull an LS out like that? I mean, you need to enter some kind of show or something. More than strong as a man. Getting an annual workout. Bro, look at him, dude. He's not even, but he's in. I'm out of shape.
I thought I was out of shape.
Oh, hell no. If you think he's out of shape, then what do you call me? Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
So it was that drive shaft.
There we go. Just like that.
Woo! Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Today what I'm going to do is start drilling out all of the spot welds to take this thing off of this car. Hopefully this panel is okay underneath all this paint. But honestly, just by looking at it, it looks perfect. I bet in another 10 years, that's going to be a big problem with these, is that the C-pillars are going to rust out. This is the third one now that I've seen with the C-pillar rusting there. And this isn't even a rusty car, and my car wasn't a rusty car. They probably just didn't have good enough sealant from the factory to like keep the moisture out. And for anyone who is curious, there is exactly 154 spot welds to drill out on the quarter panel. Yes, I did just count that. Just finished drilling. Let's check and make sure everything is loosened up. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so satisfying. All right, I need to make my cut. Wow, there's really nothing left of this left side of the car. Today is a very exciting day because Franzi is picking up her project car.
I'm so excited. Wow, would you look at that?
She's dusty.
Still looks good though.
How
Just
is
like
it?
old times.
Just like old times. Man, this thing is nice. I forgot about it. You got your art stuff chilling back there and whatnot.
Wow. Those Type X tails though.
Man, it's a nice car. Alright, where do you want to go now?
Car wash probably.
That's a good idea. Got it. Doing great.
I thought it was gonna slide down.
Franzi and I are back at the junkyard. We're trying to grab the carpet that was in the sedan Integra that we found the last time we came here. So hopefully it's still there. Man, you almost got all this done before I can get a fender and a door off.
I'm hired.
Yeah, you are hired.
I deserve a raise. Oh my gosh, I almost panicked. I was like, where's my phone?
Well, now that we have the carpet out, I think the last thing I'm gonna take from this car is the trunk. Oh no, they took the wing. The wing is gone. There we go.
It's a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
pretty light. There we go. Alrighty. Dang, all by yourself? There we go. You got it?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess find a spot for it. I don't even know where.
Not really seeing any spots.
Yeah, no. Thank you. Hard to tell what I'm doing here. Wow.
So fancy.
So fancy, a whole nother trim piece. That parts card that I got the quarter panel off of, I also took off the wheel well. Now there's two parts to a wheel well. There's the outer portion. This is where most people would roll it. And then there's the inside portion. And I decided to take it off with the shock tower reinforcement because I felt like that might be easier to align it to the car itself. And I also have this roof jig in my car that I can use to bolt in this new wheel well. This is actually spliced together. It's not the worst thing ever, but if I can get one that's not spliced and install it how they would from the factory, I would much rather go that route. Finally. I'm gonna go ahead and spray steel it onto the chassis. Comes out so fast, so thick. This is looking great. I barely even tack welded any of these seams and they're already filling up very nicely. Although we have successfully mounted the KA into the Z, we may have to restart this build completely. In the last video, we cranked over the engine for the very first time, and it was either knocking or the crank was hitting the oil pan. So the first thing we're gonna do today is determine what was going on and see if we can still run this oil pan or determine if I need to use a different subframe, like a 240 subframe. Now I did recently confirm that the S13 and S14 subframe does not bolt directly to the Z because the 300ZX subframe studs are much wider. Now we do have cutoff wheels and we do have a welder, so we can definitely make this happen if that's an option. Our biggest issue with the KA fitting into the Z was the oil pan clearance. They kept hitting the front of the subframe on the Z and also the steering rack. We even notched the subframe and then also clearance the oil pan for the steering rack. And also I see a lot of people commenting that an SR swap has already been done and that this should be easy. An SR is not a KA, and a KA is much longer than SR. Just as a reference, before I hook up the hoist to the chain to pull out the engine, I want to show you guys how close the oil pan is to the rack and the subframe. So here's the rack clearance. And here's the oil pan to the subframe. Before we pull the engine completely out of the car, let's check the crank. Oh, see, like right here, I can feel it like grinding on something. I don't know how to explain it. Well, we got the engine out this far, and the hoist decided to stop working. The easiest way to go about this is just picking it up and just I don't know, something doesn't feel right. It's like really notchy. Like that should not just stop like that. I'm wondering if the clutch is hitting the bell housing. So I guess I need to take off the transmission now. Oh, look at that. That's shiny right there. What was that grinding on? The starter. Look, right there. All right, we have shaved just a little bit off the starter. All right, we got the oil pan on here. Have a nice seal oozing all the way around. We have the transmission mounted yet again. Now we'll spin this and it should be free because we still don't have spark plugs back in it. I think we're good. Back in the car it goes. Very next step is to plug everything in yet again. And these are the two connectors that I'm going to be working with. Basically, we're jumping those to fit into the 300ZX body, and that's going to look crazy. I studied the 300ZX diagram and the S13 wiring diagram. I wrote out the pinout, what each wire does, and now we're going to jump them to each other. Going to ground the fuel pump to the trunk latch. Okay. Go ahead, Tim, crank her over. Crazy to think that we started the day thinking that this KA was blown and also had the oil pan off and the transmission off, grinding a starter, and then we ended the day with the very first test start. So if you take away anything from this video, just let it be, never give up. Even when things start to seem impossible, just keep pushing, you'll get through it. We're back in Japan, well, mini Japan, at Mayhan, or Myhan, however you say it. But we have a couple things that we need to do on the track, but for now we're gonna get some driving in. We are this close to getting the quarter panel on the car. This is the first test fit of the inner skin. We drove Fran's car today because we actually need to transport a hood, which is right here, off of this parts car. It's starting to rain already, so how about we slap this on real quick? Doesn't look bad blue, huh? We should paint a car like this.
I have one in mind.
Which one are you thinking?
The work truck.
4-door work truck it is. That was our goal, but we ended up spray painting it. Did not turn out like that.
At first, the first day it was.
Yeah. First day, while the paint was wet, looked great. We are balancing cars on spare tires because we ran out of jack stands. All right, send her down.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. The subframe stuck?
Subframe's still in there.
Oh!
No, you kick, I'll stand.
All right.
Maybe we can still make this work. Oh, is it out? It's out!
It's out.
Woo!
Well, kinda.
Oh. Did
Yeah.
I forget something?
No, it's just the bushing's catching on it. This one, the bushing came off. What the heck?
Really?
Yeah, look. That doesn't even make sense. This car is rotted, and all 4 bushings are perfect.
Still in there.
Who needs a jack when you got Omar and overalls? All right.
Fire it out.
A wild pig nose hatch. What up, dude? The more the merrier. Well, welcome to the 240 party. Take what you need.
Yes, sir. That's a lot of extra strength. Let's just all lift. Let's carry it. Let's carry it the whole time all the way.
Ready to be saved or cut. Who knows? We'll see. You can really see the frame rails from here. Versus. Goodbye, 240s. Try not to spend money. It looks like you're definitely spending money today. He bought some of these 50/50 pig nose turn signal lights. What do you guys think? 50/50s or solid orange?
And then put the clears on the side too, because then it'll match that. Oh.
What's the difference between these two? There is actually a difference.
A little more. A little more. A little more. You taking video of this?
Yeah.
Want me to smile?
You look pretty, don't worry.
We had a guy here one day came got a 350 in a little one of those little Geo Metros.
No way.
Yeah, he took the seat out
In the front?
in the front and had to put it to the side to get the stability in there. I'm like, you're kidding me. He goes, no man, I don't got a truck. When he left here, it was like this, going down the road. Then one more tire was touching.
How long? This doesn't look too bad, right? It's about the same.
If your tires rub, it's okay. We'll sell you some tires too. Yeah.
Look at that.
Just make sure you don't hit your glass there.
Oh, it's got this nice plastic buffer. Ready? Moment of truth. Fits and ships. That wasn't so bad. What were you thinking when I pulled up with the car?
We get some weirdos here, man. I've been here 34 years. You'd be surprised some of the people come here with stuff.
Yeah?
Oh my God. You wouldn't believe it.
I saw your face. You're like, this man's not really about to. Like, nah.
I've seen you like, oh my God, this guy's giving shit.
Now we gotta drive like over an hour home with this in the back. We're already rubbing on our way out of here, so should be fun. Also, the engine was only around $300. It had clean oil, spun nice, had compression. Don't know how much compression, but hopefully enough.
slight rub. Nothing too crazy.
Oh, it's smoky in here! In the last video, we left off with fully welding in the inner structure for the quarter panel and then test fitting the trunk to verify the fitment. So in this video, all that's left is welding on the quarter panel. I've been seeing some comments asking about what happened to the car, so I figured I'd give you guys a brief recap. So this will get you up to date, or it'll be a nice refresher for you guys. I've had this car for, what, 7, 8 years now? And I've been restoring it for the past 1.5 years now. The day I finished the car, I ended up getting T-boned in an intersection. I was taken to the hospital that night, and then the very next day I picked up the car from the impound lot, got to work on it, I made it drivable again, drove it home, I made some additional repairs, and then drove it 4.5 hours to a drift event, drifted the drift event. Drove 4.5 hours home in the rain. That was fun. And then I let it sit for a month or so because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I thought that was the last time I was going to drive it. Then I ended up taking it to a frame shop where we would pull most of the damage out from the frame rails. And the shop owner let me do that because he was actually on his way out. He was about to retire. Then he ended up retiring. So then I had to get the car out of the shop. And then we somehow got it to my friend Stevie's house, where I would then cut the car completely apart down to the frame rails. The only thing left on the car, honestly, was the driver's side right-hand drive, quarter panel, and the rear taillight skin. I would then collect parts out of part out cars, such as the roof, the whole left side of a car, core support, shock towers, firewall. And once I got all the parts, I made a jig out of straight S13s and then put the jigs on my car so that I knew where to align these new parts. Then I trimmed the new parts so they would fit my car and they'd fit together. I learned how the structures work, and then I tack welded the car together. Everything fit how it should. Then I welded it enough to be a roller. We ended up towing it to my mom's house, where it is right now. While I was here, I would continue to weld the rest of the car together, as well as make tubs in the engine bay, fix the RB25 because it had a whole bunch of issues, and drop it in, and then have the very first test drive last fall. I did have trouble finding a good usable quarter panel, as some of you may know, but this quarter panel should be the last piece of the puzzle, at least body wise. I will eventually cage the car, and then I'm gonna have to paint it and seal it and all that stuff. I did make a 240 repair playlist that includes all of the videos in order, so if you guys want to check it out, it's attached to every single 240 video. But let's continue where we left off so we can get this car running and driving again. This is technically the last body piece to align to the car to verify that it's straight. Oh, so far so good. And I even went ahead and sprayed the weld through primer on the inside of the quarter panel, and it's dry, so this is ready to go as well. I figured it'd be cool to put how many subs are currently on the channel. That way when I look back at this video someday, I can see how much I've grown. It's so exciting. And if you're part of the pre-100K gang, shout out to you. You're a real one. I'm gonna spray some clear coat so that stays forever. The hardest part about this is going to be trying to clamp this down while aligning the trunk, because this back plate has so much play in it. We have one clamp here and one there. This is a really big bag clip. And I also put on the taillight filler so I can make sure I get this correct, which I'm glad I did because it is very off how it sits right now. So it looks like I'm going to need to push out the quarter panel probably about 1/2 inch, maybe even more. I only tack welded the quarter panel in because I want to make sure that the trunk fits before I weld the entire thing on. This is what we got so far. Just 2 tiny little guys in there. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Something
I needed to make sure I grinded some of them smooth. That way I can fit a window on here, and for rolling this quarter panel, these need to be smoothed out as well, because if they're bumped up like this, it'll catch, and that'll just cause wavy quarter panel. And we don't want wavy quarter panels. We did all this work. We're going to make them look nice. But yeah, check it out. Door opens and closes. And if you want one of these, the link is in the description. There's a couple more stickers available now. I made some new ones. This is technically the first time this bumper will be test fitted this entire series. Let's hope it still fits. That is so satisfying. It does have a little bend down here, but I think that's just because the bumper was sitting all crazy. That'll fold back in. I only put one nut on this side, and I only put one nut on this side, and this thing fits perfect. All right, you're next. For 3 or 4 nuts holding this entire rear end together, it does not look bad. I mean, just check that out. That is insane. Complete car. An actual complete car now. This is bent, so don't mind that gap. Wild. Very first test drive last year, the turbo blew up. This is a new used turbo that I got from Cho FDM. Thanks, Cho. And we have an OEM Nissan gasket kit to go on with that. And then I also ordered a 3-inch flex pipe. That way I can put this on my down pipe. And also last year when I was refreshing the RB, 6 out of the 12 exhaust manifold studs were snapped. And I think that's because there is no flexible point in the exhaust. So we're definitely going to change that this time. This is an RSR exhaust, also from Japan. This exhaust has been passed around. It's got a rust hole right here. The hangers were cut off, so we'll have to fab that up later. Man, I'm just looking at this turbo and I remember my shock tower was on the turbo. That's why this tab is bent. The crash hit so hard that the shock tower bent this tab on the turbo. That's insane to think about. And it's the same car. But hey, we can actually take a look at the turbo now. Woo! There is no turbine in there. The rest of the carnage. It looks like the only thing we really need to swap over is this bend for the oil drain. And then here's our gasket kit. And before I proceed any farther, I want to take off the intercooler pipe on the hot side that goes to the intercooler. That way we can see if there's any shrapnel in there. Oh, surprisingly, the pipe looks clean. All right, let's check inside the intercooler itself. Oh, look at that. All right, the more I think about it, the less I like the idea of running a used intercooler or one that's full of junk. This is now good to install back onto the car. We are back at Omar's, and the last time we were here we got rid of 2 S13 hatches. One was a parts car and one was completely rotted out. And I came back and he picked up yet another S13 hatch, and there's another S13 hatch in the garage. Transportation. Ram brought cookies to the function. 2 kinds.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. Elf cover to match the car.
I want to sand the letters down.
Yeah.
Sick.
Although it is kind of rusty. Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad to pull considering most of it isn't even attached. No drive shaft or nothing. Been like 5 minutes. How close are we to pulling this thing?
What, like 2 bolts, dude? Yeah. Like the motor mounts, maybe? That's it?
Up she goes.
Got tires.
There we go. All right, pop the trunk on the Integra.
I go down.
That's the butt plug for this thing.
You're gonna put that in there?
Yeah, it's a butt plug.
See, Nissan's got
what?
Glebos.
That ain't a butt plug. That's
Yeah, they
a
do.
full ass
Don't want it.
trans.
Fans don't want it.
Let her down.
She's a little
Dude, there's no... Did you see it? Now we can take a look at the rust. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's not even a tag. Omar, I made you 2 things with my 3D printer. Unfortunately, the first one burned.
That looks like shit, bro. Dude, the thing bowed up. What the fuck?
Yeah,
How the fuck do the wheels go on? Glue?
You glue them on, dog. Come on, I think you can handle that.
Glue them on for
That's
me?
gonna be lost.
What kind of fucking gift is this?
Just
Mike?
throw it away. All right, but here's your favorite engine. I had to get you one of these.
Thanks. I'm sure. What should I do with that?
Swap a car with it, man. Your favorite. VG30. So we're having troubles deciding which way this clutch disc goes on to the SR. And this is like the only marking that we have to go off of. Well, luckily we have this translator app and it says cover side technology. Pretty crazy. In the meantime, Logan is going to try on my brand new Rotas that I got. They're not actually Rotas. These are plus 30. So they're actually going to fit better than...
I have a spacer though.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this is gonna give us a good vision.
Right? Since ours will
Wrong hole.
hopefully be white. Not the wrong hole, dude. Come on.
Damn it. Sorry, it's been a couple years, man. I'm ready for Monster Jam, man.
Gotta do the rears. Oh man, that's good.
That ain't fitting, dog. But we'll give it a whirl.
Dude, the chrome looks sick on this car.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Wow. Well, these were confirmed to look good on this car.
Of course.
Of course, yeah, without a doubt. But now I'm curious to try them out on the Integra work truck. All right, moment of truth. This thing is already poking, so it's probably gonna sit on the fender.
Yo, the bag, though.
The back, though.
Yo. I mean, it'll rub, but...
Dude, that looks so good. It's crazy to think that this is the 3rd KA that's been in this Integra in the past 6 months. Maybe less than 6 months. Look at all these 240s in their natural state. Jack stands, jack stands, jack stands, no engine.
Alright, you go back. Pull it back. Work truck, baby.
Francie and I decided it's time to give the 4-door work truck some love. Recently we went to the Junkyard and we picked up a whole bunch of interior and black carpet. The reason we got the carpet, not because this carpet is bad, but this is actually a 2-door carpet. So it never fit right in the rear. And it's so annoying when someone gets in and it just folds up.
Relaxing on the job.
Relaxing on the job. All right, how are we looking in here?
Tons of room.
Francie's gonna go ahead and redo and reupholster some of the stuff that was left on the car so it matches the rust. Well, the next step is just throwing the carpet back in the car. Well, I guess not back in, but new carpet in the car. Ah, let's see how Francie's doing on the reupholstering. This looks fun. It looks cooler though. I love this fabric.
Definitely better than the Galaxy print, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, safe. Dude, look at these freaking roads. We got another one from Injuku. Let's put on the new intercooler. Third time's a charm, right? Gotta be extra cautious. Oh, it's already on. And I also went ahead and mounted the rest of the intercooler piping as well. So this is honestly good to go. What are you drawing? Man, it looks crazy. Good job.
Thank you.
Alright, so check this out. You can actually take off the original sprayer and put on this nozzle with a tube on it. Hopefully this doesn't shoot me in the face putting this on. Alright, well now we will stick it in the highest point. Let's start up here. Can you hear it? Man, I love this blue. Should I paint the car this color? Kind of matches the valve covers, actually. Moment of truth. Check out the fitment of the fender. What do we think? That looks insanely good. That's pretty close. Let's see if the door works. Wow. The fact that this fender to door gap is damn near perfect. Same with the bumper. Oh my gosh, even the body line is straight along the whole car. I think I'm actually going to leave the hood off because I think that'll be a lot easier to install the windshield. This car feels so epic when it's on the ground. It's so quiet. Wow, no leaks too. All right, we're ready to rock. Oh my gosh, that was such a fun drive. It's a whole car this time. Honestly, this looks like a typical 240 now. And you know what? I can't complain. Now I need to just tackle these last two pieces. So maybe I can drill some spot welds off of this and see what we can come up with. Alright, here's our new piece. Let's match it up to the car. Mash it in there really quick, get a good idea. This fits like a glove. Panel is prepped. I'm going to spray some weld through primer on it. And while the weld through primer is drying, let's start working on the B-pillar. I was starting to get worried because I wasn't seeing it. Look at that bent frame rail. This is all we have to work with. This goes right here. Alright, we got a nice chunk cut out of this quarter panel. And also while we have the access here, I'm going to spray some weld through primer and undercoating and cavity wax in that hole. I haven't even coated this or grinded this down yet, and it is honestly so difficult to weld to this paper thin metal. Let's grind down the areas where the window will sit, right along this edge. Got this all grinded smooth, good enough for a window. Throw some weld-through primer on it. Moment of truth. That's such a relief. Okay, that's 1 out of 3 panels done. Thanks. Man, this glass changes the whole look of the car. Whew. 180, what? Fitment is so good. I'm very proud. Very first thing I want to do is mount all of this aero. We have a couple of things to choose from, but overall it's going to be the same exact aero as it was before the crash. I also want to put on some of this trim because that really helps the car come alive. This just, you know, that's not pretty. So this one is actually the original to my car, but I think this is actually warped because the roof was so bent, if you guys remember. But luckily I have another set ready to go with uncracked seals. And then we'll also put on some of the window trim and the B-pillar trim. And I found a lot of this extra trim, actually I think all of this extra trim, from that black 240 hatch in the Junkyard. It was by far my best find ever in a Junkyard. I even took the KA out of that car and put it in my 300ZX, and it works perfectly. That car had under 80,000 miles, and it was one of the most rotted S chassis I've ever seen. Oh man, that's gonna look great. No hardware. Looks great. Oh my gosh, so much easier with 2 people, right? I'll take it. Doesn't fit as good as the other one, but it definitely looks nicer. Luckily this trunk is already drilled, so all the hard work is done. Man, this thing is crazy. I can't believe this, but we're about to drive through the intersection where the crash happened. I was heading this way though, the opposite direction. And the lady turned left in this lane and smashed into me while I was going this way. Wow, here we are, 59 in North Ave. We survived it. Just made it to J-Lines, the alignment specialist. Well, it's in the air and it didn't collapse. That's a good sign. J-Line is not confident that the rack is centered. So we're not going to trust the steering wheel, you know, if the steering wheel is straight. We're going to go based on the rack. So what he's doing right now is...
I'm going to have to cut these off.
That's fine, dude. Do what you got to do.
All right.
He's going to measure the inner tie rods on each side, and that will verify that the rack is centered. Oh yeah, this side's way longer.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
75, so 20 mil.
20 mil difference.
Yeah.
It's nice and straight. Steering wheel straight. Drives great. I'll be sure to tag Jesus's information if you guys need any alignment specialties. This is his Turbo Miata, the FD wing and RG2s. We have Chris here, which is CJ Media. A little behind the scenes action here. He's gonna be hanging out of this window, getting the most insane rolling shots ever. And we have Logan driving my mom's car. What up? And we got Nico behind us in the 180. Well, my 240 is on E. Actually, yeah, on the last dot. This is the first time I'll be filling up the car in over a year. It's pretty crazy to think about. The last time I filled it up was on our way back from the drift event when it was smashed. So yeah, it's pretty crazy to see the to-do list on here still. $569. How much is premium by you? So fun cruising with some S13s once again. So good to see this car outside. All right, our first fill up, 68 bucks. Woo, 13 gallons. This thing was super low.
Oh yeah, that's like a whole
Oh my gosh.
You had like
It's running on.
you had half a gallon of gas left.
Only it took $70.
Only?
No, I mean like that's a lot of money.
Yeah. About to say only. All right, dude. Just kidding. We decided to go back to a spot I test drove the car to. Some of you may recognize it, but we got all three of us here. These are seriously the most fun cars to drive. Had to stop by the old homie's house. Thanks again, Andrew, for helping me mount these.
No problem.
Tell me a little bit about this. What we got going on here?
I repainted it. There's a 1J in it. And it's
A 1J Skyline?
yeah,
What?
It's no big deal.
No big deal. Come on, man. This thing is sick.
Thanks, dude.
Wow. What size are these Model 6s?
18 by 9 plus 20.
Wow, that's a hard spec to find. These look great. I like the matching white theme you have going.
Thanks, dude.
I said a cat on your gauge? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Man, this is a nice color.
You want me to pop the hood?
Yeah, let's see it.
Alright, let's pop the hood. It's okay. It's nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, he says.
Yeah, it still needs some cleanup and
I like how you matched the bay to the exterior. And the valve covers too? Wow.
yeah. And
Good
I
stuff.
actually,
This is the coolest R32, I swear.
Thank you.
Just want to hose her down and give her a nice scrub, but can't get wet. There's no seam sealer on it. So I guess we'll just clean it with window cleaner. Especially this trunk. I'm sitting out back outside for over a year. Not too bad for using Windex. We're out here cruising to Tuner Fest right now. Washing all the cars. Obviously this one can't get wet, so they're washing cars. We got Nate with his Skyline. And his wife with a Z. It is crunch time to get this 240 ready for a drift event in the next couple days. My number one concern right now is that the car is idling very lean. And also when it is entering boost and I'm starting to accelerate, it pegs rich. So it pegs rich accelerating and it's max lean on idle. That tells me there's most likely a vacuum leak. So we're gonna have to diagnose that. And then I want to put the Z-brakes on the front. I used to have Z-brakes on my car, but Franzi needed brakes on her 240 and I was like, you know what, just take my Z-brakes for now. They're already prepped, painted, new pads, rotors, whatever. So now I have base brakes. These are actually off of her car. I think it's funny. I have stocks in the front and I have dual Z32 calipers in the back. Kind of backwards. All the way to lean. Look at that. Max lean. Also, the vacuum is at 18. Usually it was around 20. and this is the water temp. To make this easier to find a leak, you're gonna turn off the fans. Luckily the car is still pretty cold, so it won't overheat on us. All right, fans are off, it's much quieter. Now we can start listening for any obvious hissing noises. Well, if you're having a hard time finding a leak visually or just by hearing it, you can also spray brake clean along all the ports and connections and whatnot and see if the idle changes. Now, unfortunately, I'm out of brake clean, so we're gonna use carb cleaner. This side, well, there's not many connections on this side. Kind of sketchy to be spraying this on an exhaust manifold. This is highly flammable, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, you hear how it idled up? Look at that, 14, 15. Well, luckily we have another wastegate. And honestly, this looks really easy to replace. This is actually a 13mm. Random. I thought the only 13mm was the hatch nuts. Take off this little seat clip very carefully. Wow, that was so fast. And all it does is open and close this little port. That prevents the turbo from overboosting and blowing up your engine. Good to have. It's like the easiest part ever to replace on this engine. Slide this little clip on there. Hopefully we don't lose it. It's so hot. You got it. Test it. Good. And most importantly, don't forget to plug your vacuum port back in. This isn't the first time I've seen a wastegate go out. They usually end up leaking out of the seal that's internal to this diaphragm. It's kind of like a brake booster. Well, we should probably verify that it's not leaning at idle. Yo, it worked. It would have been max lean by now. And 20 inches of vacuum. Perfect. Well, the test drive was successful, but it's time to get some food. Yo, that was wild. You good, bro?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that worked, dude.
That was sick, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
Is the burger done yet? Oh, that side is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Definitely stayed in frame too. Let that yoga work. Oh, damn it!
Yeah! Insane. The one where he like nearly face planted, the board actually sliced the back of his ear. Oh yeah, that's a gnarly one. Since this is a push type hydro, the master cylinder actually goes forward, which is uncommon for most of them. I like this one because you can actually tuck it under the dash so that all you see is just the rod. Oh, it fits pretty good. Make sure we can still get into fifth. We'll take our trusty blue marker and draw a little outline. And while I have the interior stripped, I wanted to spray some of this epoxy primer. That way all these welds don't surface rust. So I guess we'll start stripping her down. Alright, now we have the wires hanging in the air. Now yes, I probably should have epoxied this floor before wiring the entire car together and test driving it and getting windows installed, but here we are. Now we just sit and let that dry. All right, our epoxy primer is all dry, and we can now put on the carpet finally. This is actually the original carpet to the car, and this is single cam carpet. You can tell by the unique stitching, my personal favorite, and I cannot wait to have this feel like a cozy car again. Oh, I forgot I taped up the shifter to prevent paint from getting on it. Wait, where'd the carpet go? Ah. Before I install the rest of my interior, I need to put on the hydro line first. And here it is, it's all still connected. Well, at least the joint. And I think this might be easier to fish up from the back. Alright, got it fished up all the way to here. I taped up that fitting so we didn't get any overspray on it. I'd like to redo this fabric because this looks god awful. Yeah. Well, 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 look who showed up. We're gonna go head to the fabric store and find some fabric.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to say.
I don't know, do a spin move or something.
And this is the fabric we got.
Franzi is starting to make some of the fabric patterns. Started with the center console trim thing. Basically just took it off and then outlined it, and now she's cutting it out. Tim has entered the chat.
Dude, sorry for disrupting the peace in your neighborhood. I was slightly excited pulling in here. This is sweet, dude.
Right? Look at that full interior.
God. So what happened to this car again?
Nothing. I just
just repaint.
I just replaced some panels for fun.
Yeah,
they were just old.
No doubt. I believe it. I would believe it. This is very, very, very impressive. Oh my god.
Take a seat.
Yay!
Stop, dude. Stop.
Yes, sir.
So good. This is beautiful too, man. I'm so glad you got the gritty oil cap to match that.
Had to match, dude.
And so, are we gonna go?
I don't know. I think I kind of want to just do that blue again.
Do that blue
it's so
again.
good.
Hell yeah.
It's so good.
Please, it'll complement the sock.
Yeah.
Complement the wires. Come on.
Yeah.
We got a lot of blue going
We
on
do.
here. It'll be great.
I'm excited, especially for tomorrow to drive it. Speaking of blue, check this out. Franzi has been redoing some of the interior. Look at this little piece she made. Isn't that way better?
This is gorgeous. You guys always had really cool like interior trim, but I'm glad that the refresh is happening because now it's like even more stylish.
Right?
Before it was kind of like some random stuff here and there and
Right.
like a little mismatch, but this is really gonna complement the interior, man.
Definitely. And that door card is trashed. Look at it.
Yeah.
Got the new door card on. That looks incredible. I think it's time that we can finally take off the new windshield tape. I think you only need to leave this on for like a day or so, but here we are, about a week later. Dude, this feels like a complete car.
It is a complete car.
Our first test drive together.
Feels great.
It does, right? And full interior, oh my gosh.
Like nothing ever happened.
Seriously though. I cannot comprehend what this car went through. It feels the exact same, just with better fabric now. Today is clean culture, which means it's the very first drift event of the car being back. Now I can't lie, I am so nervous to drive this thing. This is the first drift event I've done since the car was smashed. I just think it's wild how I'm more nervous to drive it now that it's straight than I was when it was smashed. Start easy on the first lap and we'll work our way up. Man, it's so good to be out here. Our first ride along in a long time.
I'm excited.
cannot go wrong with track style Supra. Right hand drive too, man. Too good.
We missed the angle.
You got the shot? Yo, let me look at the car. Hold up, hold up. Yeah! That was insane. Holy crap.
Don't touch it.
Oh yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. How you guys holding up?
Yo, we're doing good back here.
Ride.
Hey!
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Today my goal is to drive the Z, but we do have a lot of work to do before we can get to that point. So step one is pulling out the engine, and then we'll finally clean the engine bay. I know you guys have been saying, why didn't you clean the bay? Why didn't you? We're gonna clean it, all right? We're gonna clean it up today. Actually, before I get ahead of myself, let me weld the subframe first before I start spraying water on it, and then it becomes full of surface rust. We got the subframe welded up. That looks very nice. Can officially coat the entire engine bay purple power. And it can also do that to the engine as well. This looks so fresh. Oh my gosh. Almost factory fresh. There are some paint chips, so it's not going to be perfect. Man, this engine looks so much cleaner in here now. How satisfying. I wonder if the fan is gonna fit. Wiggling the fan on, it's already a great sign. Wow, it's actually perfect. You can actually put your hand in between it. First try. Honestly, this is not bad to steer without power steering. So loud. So with this being a Z pressure line, that's why it comes out on this side, because that's where the power steering pump is supposed to be. But unfortunately I don't have a KA line here with me, so I'm gonna see if I can make this work for now. It looks like this fitting might actually work on there. We weren't able to close the hood because of the intake situation. So today we're gonna retry that. These are actually intercooler pipes off of my brother's Skyline, and also random turbo kits that he's had. Hopefully we can make something work out of this. Here's what I came up with. So going off the throttle body, the starting point, we have the 240SX intake coupler. We have a Skyline 90-degree bend. We have an aftermarket 90-degree bend coupler. We have the stock Z32 crazy intake pipe that goes under the headlight to here. It does have these two open ports that I'm gonna have to close up. Another coupler, and then the 240 MAF. But then I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put this hose. This is actually the idle air control valve, and I came across these two. Now these two are actually exhaust hangers off of a muffler or something that we've chopped off. This actually looks like it'll fit into the idle air control valve hose. Why does that actually look legit though? That could be factory. Who knows? Now we just gotta throw it on the car, make sure everything fits. There we go. She's going on. And we also never checked if the alternator works. I guess I can take it around the block now, like actually, although it is kind of loud without the exhaust attached. But I do want to put the front end on first. Can't be that ratchet. We need at least a complete car if it's that loud. Last but not least, our Skunk 2 radiator cap. All right. Yo, it's so nice actually. Steering wheel's a little crooked though. But dude, stock suspension, stock tires, this thing's like a Cadillac. We're gonna let Nate drive it. I mean, we might as well, right? We built it at his house. Might as well. That's so sick. I made that. Basically out of scrap. The 300ZX was a part out car that I bought off a guy. It was like halfway parted out. The KA I got out of a junkyard car. The transmission I got out of a Junkyard Z car. And everything else I just kind of found and pieced together. I mean, you guys just saw, I literally made an intake port out of an exhaust hanger. Just quit worrying about what people have to say about you and just go have fun. Because they're probably not having fun if they're hating on you. What'd you think?
Dude, this thing is really smooth.
Right? Now this is the easiest part. Now that we have our little section that we want to use, you just line it up. There we go. It's done. Oh, it's so quiet. Something I'm very curious about is the exhaust coming out evenly on both tips. Primary side. Dude, it is. No way. You definitely feel a little bit more on this side, but it's crazy that it is actually dual.
It should be good. Should be good. We're not doing no work truck. This ain't no work truck, man. This thing is gonna be a show truck.
I seen somebody last night was on the whole.
Our tan delete is going by very smoothly. We have how much left?
The dash, really.
Right? The dash? Oh, and the carpet. A whole new Z. A tanless, no interior Z.
It looks better.
It does look better, yeah. Now, we need to work on cleaning all of this black interior. Well, actually, some of it's blue. I'd rather have it mismatched than be tan. That's so satisfying. This green looks so nice. Next, let's start working on getting these rear bucket things in there. It basically fills all of the trim in the trunk area. Man, that looks way better. Well, thank you boys for all the help. I would not have made it this far without you guys.
Hey, you'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back in no time. So Franzi is gonna help vacuum the seats and the rest of the interior so we can get this in the car and ready to go. We do still have a bunch of interior we need to install on the car. Really want to put these on, and in order to do that, we got to put on these footwell. No. No. It looks like this square kind of lines up with this tab.
Oh. Oh.
I think it's this side. I think it anchors up. Here, see if this fits.
Oh.
Looks like with this trim, we need to put this seal on first. I'm pretty sure I have that. I grabbed all the seals out of that junkyard car. That looks much better. This man works quick. Pretty cool, you can still move the glass if you need to. When I was swapping the ECU on this car, I noticed all the computers down by the footwell, and there's one that said keyless entry, and that caught my attention. So I did some research, and apparently some of these 300ZXs came with keyless entry. I don't know if it was factory or an option, but mine had the box. So I ordered a key fob This isn't the original, this isn't Nissan, but it's the same generation chip on the inside. And I was looking up the directions on how to link it, and honestly, it kind of looks like a joke. I was like, no way, but we're gonna try it out, and I'll walk you through it. Let's see if it actually works. Step 1, open the trunk. That's kind of weird. All right, trunk is open. Step 2, close and lock all doors. Close and lock. That one does power lock, surprisingly. 3, insert and remove the key from the ignition 6 times within 10 seconds. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Manually unlock and lock the driver's door once to enable. Manually unlock and lock. Okay. Belting mode. 5, push lock button on new remote once. No. Oh! No way. I heard it lock with the button. Unlock. Trying to unlock it from outside the car and it's doing nothing. And I just remembered that when I put the new carpet in, there was this random gray wire that I left out. I think that plugged into one of those computer boxes. So let's see if that was to the keyless entry box, because maybe this wire acts as a signal amplifier. I don't know, we'll see. Keyless entry. See, look at that, open port. Let's plug this in here. Interesting connector, interesting plug. Never seen anything ever like this one. All right, let's try now. Oh, it worked now. I heard it. Dude, no way. Let's see if the trunk works then. Oh. What? So this does have a motor in it. I don't even know where it's at. Dude, that is so cool. I'm sorry for being overly hyped about this, but I've never had a key fob in my entire life. All of my cars are from the 90s. Oh my gosh, this thing is luxury. Today is an exciting day and the start to a whole new build series. We have Cho here.
Part 2, baby!
Part 2 road trip.
Or round 2, technically.
Yeah, round 2. Technically round 2. He has this truck here, this trailer. What are we picking up? We're gonna give you some clues that you can guess. Nissan. What's the second clue?
It's a 90s.
Third clue, 4-door. All right, that's all you're getting.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I had a trouble time. He was telling me, I'm like, Mike, please just tell me, bro.
5-hour drive. Here we go.
It's about to be...
Well, we just had a pleasant time loading our new car onto the trailer. Here it is. Half a car. It was half off, so couldn't pass it up. This is amazing. You guys think you can push it all the way back to Chicago for us? Now you're probably wondering, you know, what this is. What's going on here? Why is it cut in half? Well, this is the rear end of a Gloria, which is a 90s Nissan 4-door rear-wheel drive car. And the guy that was selling the half cut actually included an entire Nissan Gloria. Although this one's smashed.
She ain't pretty. She ain't really pretty right now.
Well, hold on. It is pretty. It is pretty. Check out this angle. What damage? Car's mint. It is now 2 a.m. We're gonna start heading back home carefully. Although I think we've already been spotted. So, are we gonna make it out of this parking lot, Joe?
We better.
Well, we made it about halfway home until we got stopped. And you want to know why we got stopped? What's your guess? No, it is not the missing taillight. No, it is not the smashed car. It's the fact that there's no license plate. He didn't even mention anything else. I was like, all right. He's like, where are you going? What's going on? Do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, not sure. You tell me. So yeah, he just took my license and I told him I just bought the car, gave him the title. He's looking up the VIN, making sure it's legit. Hopefully it is. I didn't VIN check this car, so I'm getting a free VIN check at the moment. Still have at least 3 hours left of this drive. We got off with just a warning, thankfully. Verbal warning, so it didn't really even count. All right, back on the road we go. My one taillight is holding up very nicely. This is actually off of a Schwinn bike. And it looks like the guy welded some tabs to the quarter in an attempt to pull it, and that made for a great mount. And I also have my turn signal right here, so we're completely legal. This has got to be the strangest horn sound I've ever heard. What do you think? How damaged is this car? Just
Not
a little
too
dent,
bad.
right?
I've seen worse.
Have you? Where have you seen worse? Dude, this is so cool. So careful.
Thanks for the car, Mike.
Dude, this thing is VIP.
Dude, I'm sitting on a couch right now.
Look at all these little buttons in here.
Yo, that's cool how it like folds down like that.
That is cool.
Right?
Oh, it's the mirror adjustment.
And at night? Oh, hold on.
Oh, damn.
It worked. Oh, the battery probably died.
Cut.
No, it's because the door can't close on this side, so it drains the battery. Right? You know what's fancy when you have an analog clock. Only people that can read analog clocks buy these VIP cars. Let's get a look under the hood in the daylight this time. I think it's just normal. Oh wait, does the grill come up with it? No, it doesn't.
Oh, here it is. I think. Oh, yeah. What's that? Coils. Fortunatos.
Yeah, Fortunatos.
Those are nice.
Looks like ABS. Whoa, this is weird looking. You see that? That's what? V6 single cam?
Oh, dude. It's pretty fucking clean in here.
Right?
Another oil change sticker, maybe?
Maybe a belt service?
Or a belt service?
This is a single cam.
Yeah, single cam VG30. No cruise control.
This airbox.
Yeah, that's weird looking. Would you like to go for a ride, darling?
Yeah.
Do you know the risk of riding in a smashed car? People are gonna be crying in the comments, so I just gotta put a disclaimer out there.
I know and accept the risks. I'll sign the waiver.
There we go. You coming with?
Yeah.
All right.
I get the front seat.
Of course.
Oh, we gotta move.
Oh, no scrape. Oh. A little clunk in the trunk ain't hurt nobody. Sheesh. Welcome.
Time to experience real luxury. Cup holder test, dude.
Cup holder test. Where they at?
Where they at?
Oh, that's cool, but not a cup holder. Yeah.
4 ashtrays and no cup holders.
Oh, there they are.
Bro, that's not holding.
Oh, no wonder why the trunk busted. They hit the off button. What does that do?
I don't know what that does.
Caught it.
Alright, we're holding
Yeah,
it.
we're holding it. Oh, he's flooring it.
Barely moves.
Right?
You're gonna like the brakes.
You want to do a brake test?
Do it.
So perfect.
Oh! Pretty good, right?
On a dime.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep.
Down, down.
Watch out, Joe. You're in a pit. I know.
Hey, get the money.
What? Are you the Yakuza now?
They're sitting in the back seat shooting everybody.
Well, let's shift our focus to the MR2 for a second. My brother got this car with a blown single cam, got a manual trans attached to it. We're currently in the process of dropping the subframe, or I guess just taking out the bolts for it, because we're gonna have to raise the car to get the engine out. Because I guess when you pull engines on these, you actually pull the chassis, you don't pull the engine. And then we're putting this, hopefully, in it. A JDM turbo engine, dual cam.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah?
Honestly, perfect timing.
Yes.
It was seriously the best time you could have came out. The engine has been dropped. Celebration cookie. Honestly, it's hard to say no to fresh baked
truly.
cookies. Thanks, Halle.
Say no, thank you. Oh. Stop it. Don't play with me like that. This is so good.
We're pulling an MR2 out of an engine.
Yeah, you got a good amount of clearance
I want to see
here.
how high it's going.
It's quite the angle.
Yo, that's getting up there now. I've done a lot of sketchy things in my life. This is up there.
This is up there.
Give me a good. I want to do the garage
Yeah.
shot from this way.
Wild.
Dude, you see the sunroof from here. Ali, come look at this. How's the wife? All right, here it is, the bumper that I picked up. This is a Bomex, and it's an original Bomex, which is actually pretty rare. Surprised it lasted this long. But there's only one issue. I'm definitely not going to be able to fit this bumper into the car. But just for minimal effort to put this bumper on, it fits really great. I am now looking for Bomex side skirts, and I'm pretty sure they make a rear bumper, so rear bumper as well. At least this one flexes without braking. Okay, okay. Might have to move that seat up. We passed the skate park on the way home, so had to stop by. That was a good sesh. It's always good to get your blood flowing. And if you're ever feeling down, just get some exercise. It literally heals you, pumping your blood. Highly recommended. Got our drift stitches here. Luckily they're still holding up pretty good. We are going to be driving S chassis and other cool cars down to the city. It's something that we always want to do, but it never really happens. They're thick.
Food review on PrizzaMike's channel.
Let's hear it.
Some thick chocolate.
It is. It is. You need a glass of milk or water or something.
I
after
need
that.
water.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you moving in?
Moving in.
This isn't a road trip. We're just going to the city.
We're sleeping at Omar's.
Yeah, we are. Women sleeping over. You know what I
I have my
packed?
clothes.
This.
I have my clothes, my art stuff just in case I get bored, my skincare, my swimsuit, too, because I didn't know which one I wanted to wear.
Oh my god. 2 swimsuits.
Girls.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Girls.
I think that's everything.
All right, that should be
And
it.
some, oh my god!
Ah!
No, not the
No! Oh, actually, it just came right off.
Okay, whew, thank God.
Whew.
Sorry
Thank
about
God.
that.
You almost became single. I'm just kidding. Probably should check under the hood since it's been a while. Still have a radiator, still have the engine. How's it look, mechanic friend?
Looks good.
Yeah? Does it need anything?
The tubs need paint.
Other than paint, come on.
It looks like you're missing the, what is that thing called? The air filter?
Oh, the air filter is down here.
Oh, it's in a different spot now. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I put it.
It used to be up there, right?
It did, yeah. It used to be over here, kind of. We have not driven this car since the drift event. Let's see if it fires right up. It did not fire right up. Second try though, not bad. Still sounds great. Typical Chicago activities. They were flat towing it.
Where's the bike? Send to us now.
We made it. Man, I don't know where we're gonna find parking. Yo, you know what's kind of messed up? My windows do not roll up. I forgot that I never converted that other door to power. And in order to use power on this side,
You need to put it.
you need to have the other door connected. This car looks so good on the street. everything.
This road sucks.
You're just like grinding on the cement, dude.
I heard it.
There were sparks at one point.
I hope my exhaust doesn't fall off.
Hey, I used to drag back here in high school. I did too.
I'm green, I'm going for it.
God damn.
I'm just picking up pebbles and they're flying over my hood.
Really? Oh, this is the spot. Man, I cannot wait to see this shot, dude. Let's see it. Yeah, they're right behind us. I can't lie, I have been eagerly waiting for a day that I can drive the Z in the rain. Why is that, you ask? Well, the KA is very slow. It's almost too slow to drift when it's not raining. So now that it's raining, the ground is all lubricated. So after I eat my pad thai tofu, we're gonna go out and see how this thing handles. It doesn't help that this car has front rake, so the front end sits higher, so I'm not able to see, you know, the curbs and everything. is such a fun car. Hopefully soon I'll be able to drift this thing reliably. It was fun messing around with it for the very first time. See what it's capable of, see where I need to improve, see where the car needs to improve. We officially have a problem. We may or may not have picked up yet another project car on a deal that we could not pass up.
Couldn't let this one go. Had to get another one.
What do we think, Tim?
Another one is true. There's a trend going on here, and I think that if we put context clues together, almost anyone on the channel can guess what we bought. What Nate bought.
What do we get, Nate?
300ZX.
Hey! This isn't just any old 300ZX, and it's definitely not a rust bucket. Look it. This is actually a Florida Shell original TT car. This has been sitting in a field for, it looks like 20 years. The last time it was registered was 2004. And the title says 2003, so the poor guy only drove it for a year, and then it sat for the next 20. It's got its normal issues, like the third brake light. It looks like it was resprayed at one point and has a bunch of random interior bits in it. This car has been at Nate's for a couple days. And Nate, what did you find inside of this thing?
Well, I actually took every loose item out of the car and then vacuumed it, and there were about 20 rats. Or
20?
Mice. We'll say mice. 20 mice. About 20 mice.
All dead, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's probably like 15 behind the passenger. There's... It looked like maybe like 5, 6 on top, but when I got the shovel and scooped them up, there was like, you know, layers. So it was, yeah, it was disgusting.
Layers of dead mice.
And it just smells like death.
It does smell like death. Tim, I think we're gonna need those nose pinchers.
Absolutely.
Don't go too far in the garage with that.
This is just the start of it. I don't think that's nearly as bad as underneath what these seats have. Like, I saw some videos, and we maybe might insert a clip here, but I don't know how much we can get away with on YouTube.
I think I found where the awful smell is coming from. I'm trying to air this thing out. It smells like death in here.
Sunfade or
Poopy.
whoa, what is this?
Yeah, they got
What? Sport and
suspension.
touring? Oh yeah, we didn't show under the hood. Look at what engine this thing came with. A KA. Do you see a problem here, Ted? There's no engines. We are looking for something to drop into this. Honestly, we probably want to put a 6-cylinder into this car. Since this is a TT shell, something with some power.
Yeah, a couple SR20s come at a premium right before race week, so we'll see. I don't know.
You can tell how old this car is based on this style Energizer. Look at the graphics on this thing.
Holy cow.
This is a time capsule. Oh man, it's gonna be something in there. No! No! Dude, all the way in?
Yep.
I'm gonna throw up. How you feeling about your new purchase, dude?
The smell is something else.
He died by the fuel pump control module. Today we are doing something that Logan has been wanting to do probably his entire life.
Yes.
What are we
Since
doing?
I was 16. We are swapping an SR20 DET into my 240 SX.
His 240 is honestly very clean, but there's only one downfall of a stock 240, and that's a stock engine.
True.
So our goal today is to get this from a running and driving KA to a running and driving SR20.
Junk.
Hood delete. Told Travis to pull his car up, and he gave me the keys. So now I'm gonna pull it up. This thing is incredibly nice. I'm just glad I'm not dirty yet, because I don't want to dirty these highlighter yellow Recaros. Dude, this coolant is dark.
Hey, never overhated though.
Didn't?
No, never. Never went up.
Probably all the rust helped it.
Yeah, the rust helped.
Where's he going? Right, Logan. Is that some added water?
I got it.
How are we looking here, Omar?
Should be done in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Honestly, true. We just have power steering lines, motor mounts, trans mount, and he's doing the last piece here on the heater cord.
The exhaust is unhooked, so you can pull the motor straight.
We took the exhaust off already?
Well, that timer is
Somewhere on that side.
Your 10 minutes is running out. Oh no.
These meat paws around the door.
Those are his meat paws. His own door. Oh, you almost did it again. Almost caught you in 4K. Oh my gosh. Finger painting.
Oh my.
He's like, I got an SR. I don't care about anything.
I'm cool now.
What's our time looking like, dude?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
What is going on?
It's like cool.
It's raining.
Oh, we got 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
Top of the shifter. Hold on, let it piss. Let it piss.
All right. Picture break.
Oh, that
Yeah, thumbnail. This could be a good thumbnail.
Our SR in thumbnail.
Mike, you stopping?
9:59? No way. We made it. Just in time, boys.
Logan, load her up. Come on, where'd you acquire this skill of power washing?
Yeah? You went to college for power washing?
Associate's degree in it, yeah.
Associate's degree in power washing. A little midday break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in shit.
Sideshow expert here.
This is the most fun I've ever had. So, you guys should like the video and have Mike buy me one.
You can go down.
You can go away. Mike,
Watch your fingers. No, because the oil.
You're good.
You have to do it constant.
Alright, alright.
Logan.
Watch your paws. My paw was almost dogged.
Jack on the train.
Your puppy paw is almost got.
Yeah.
Hold on, what are we on? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You good? You good up here?
We're good.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa!
Do your job, Mike.
I'm doing my job.
I don't want
Alright, you guys need to scoot the engine back. I have to delete that right now.
Back?
Yeah, towards the rear end.
Probably lower it.
Lower it. Alright, the bolt, it's not gonna go back because the motor mount bolt's hitting the subframe.
Give that thing a pull.
There, mine's in.
And drop it.
Drop it, drop it. Drop it?
Drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
Got it lined up?
Yeah.
Whoopsie!
Hey, officially SR swapped.
Not, well,
We're done. Hey, we're done. All right, start it up.
alright, see you guys later.
Start it up.
Me today.
Alright, Mike, where are we going? Side quest.
I don't even know where we're going. Which way do we go?
Straight. We got a little side quest going on right now. Paige, my girlfriend, has a raised garden bed and we didn't buy enough dirt. Mike really wanted to take the Z out and fill it up with maybe 10 bags of dirt, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not sure, to be honest.
4, 8, maybe.
Maybe 12?
Maybe 12.
Yeah. You got far away to drive?
No.
Never thought we'd be shopping for dirt on my channel. Here we are.
Dude, your channel's very diverse.
Does it say how heavy these are anywhere?
It's gotta say how heavy it is.
24 pounds.
24 pounds each?
Yeah.
Times 16 bags.
384 pounds. That's not bad.
That's not bad. We are not tucking. I thought we were gonna be tucking. It smells like crap in here though. They got manure in this?
Yeah, a little bit. You gotta get those plants healthy though.
All right, one more piece to the puzzle. How do you like your dirt, Paige?
I love it. Perfect, the best dirt.
What are you gonna plant in here?
Peppers, tomatoes, I think, and maybe some herbs.
You got some melons and stuff, right?
Squashes and
Squash.
kale.
You are definitely looking like a 240 owner at this point.
I am, bro. What do you mean?
Logan, your bill is racking up now.
It is. It's gonna be
Omar's
number
pulling
one,
out the good stuff.
number one parted out customer, dude.
Customer of the Month award.
Woo! And he smashed into the garage. He's taking my MP90.
See coolant going in. That's a good sign, Travis.
There's a lot going on.
A lot happening. It's green corn. I've never seen it in my life.
Really? I see green a lot. Oh, dude, we got our hole perfectly centered just for eyeballing it.
Be scraping.
Oh yeah, we got room for more.
You're gonna use this thing? I think you're gonna rub. Oh, you're golden. Oh, it's rubbing. Toe hook is scraping. You're mowing my lawn.
You see the grass?
That's good.
Stop. Oh.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's count how many we're in here.
1. The scale only goes up to 25 pounds.
No way.
Yeah.
So it's over 25 pounds
yeah,
each?
We'll read it.
I thought it was a lot lighter, honestly. 49 right there?
49. How many?
I had 27 right here.
49.
That's a lot of weight.
Right?
That's a lot of. That's about 1,000
plus
pounds.
27.
How much was one brick?
Let's say 24 pounds.
How much was one brick?
Each brick is 24 pounds.
1,800 pounds.
No way! Almost a ton?
Almost a ton.
Almost.
And this thing just hauled it?
Dude, hardly rubbed.
Hardly rubbed. And it did not struggle whatsoever.
Is that on coilovers too?
Yeah, it is.
Damn, what kind of
Fortunato.
Fortunato.
Shout out Fortunato.
Right?
Dude.
Okay.
No prime, nothing.
No prime.
He went
Dang.
straight for it.
Let the fuel filter fill up. It's brand new.
Hey.
Alright, let her. Sounds pretty healthy.
Wow, actually, that's good.
Yeah. This thing sounds great.
Wasn't expecting that.
I'm ready for a rip around the block already.
We gotta bleed everything first, dog. Oh my god, that turbo noise made me cream my pants, dude.
We have made it to Tuner Fest in Rockford. We're about to get some laps in on the 240. And also the last time I drifted this event, I actually hit the wall. So I'm a little bit nervous to go out there. It's banked on the edges. You'll see when I go out. go. Oh, this is your marker too. Thank you.
There's nothing here. I'm like on the engine.
All right, I'm here with Cho FDM.
Ayo! We didn't crash. I didn't crash. I almost did, but I didn't crash.
Do you think we both got a redemption? Did you get
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely got the biggest redemption today.
We have a history of crashing at this track. But with this being the last event, we definitely got, you know, the last few laps.
Honestly, dude, today seeing with all the drivers, like, it was just a blessing that everything worked out today. Seriously. Now it's over now. Now it's over. Also, like, it's just...
This track was pretty bumpy, but I mean, it still is sad that yet another track is
not for me.
closing
I have a
down.
monster truck over there. You know, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Look,
I'm good.
you were ready for Monster Jam with this thing.
I ain't touching it. No, I bottom out in the back, though. I bottom out.
Hey, how'd the car hold up, though?
Really solid, honestly. Like, dude, like, and then with all the beating on it, it's RB power, bro.
RB power, dude. Dude, we're RB bros.
Dude, seriously. And look, now we got the full body panels on it now.
Dude, first time ever.
Oh, dude. Beautiful pitch. Directed by Mike.
We did not run out of gas. We are not pushing the car in the highway. Well, that ends part 1 of the 2023 recap. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to see more. Part 2 will be released shortly, and I'll give you guys a huge Gloria update. Peace.